Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to discuss Power BI connections to files or how you can connect to folder from Power BI desktop. So as we know that if you want to get the data, Power BI has a tool called Power Query Editor, or you can directly go to the home tab and here you will have a different options. And I will click on the more. So I would like to connect to the specific file. Okay, suppose if you would like to connect to the Excel file, you can select Excel. And if I click on this and if I say connect, and then you can select the Excel file. Okay, any type of Excel file would be supported. You can select to .xlsx file, or you can select .xlsm, that is what micro enabled file, or you can connect with Excel binary worksheets also. You can select any type of Excel file. So I will select XLSX file only. Okay. And I will say okay or open. The moment I say open, it will start automatic transformation. Navigator window will get opened. And all the worksheets here reflecting, okay, from that sheet. If you click on that sheet, it will show you the data preview and what you want to in the data. Okay, so accordingly what sheets or however number of sheets you need, you can select those sheets. Okay, if I want these two sheets will be loaded as a two separate tables. Okay, but I don't want this, I want only one sheet, so I will select only one and I will say on load. If you want to make some changes to the data, then you can select this transform data option. So I will show you how this works. So if I select transform data, it will open a Power Query Editor. Actual Power Query Editor will get opened. And then you can make the transformation to the data. You can change the data type. You can remove columns, rows, and any other transformation as per the requirement you can do. Then you are supposed to say close and apply. The moment you say close and apply, it will load the data. Okay, and before transformation, there was one option to load the data. If you click on that data load option, so this window will comes up and your data will get directly loaded into the model. So, okay, whatever the table you can see here on this data tab, in the data tab, that all these tables are loaded into the model. Okay, so these tables can be used to create the visuals, yeah, create the relationship or modeling of data. Okay. So this was a one way. Okay, then suppose if you want to connect with another type of file, that is text or CSV file, you can connect. So this time I will select another CSV file. I will pick this one. And you can simply say load if you want to load, otherwise you can say transform the data. This time I'm going to load data directly. So it will not, while whenever you click on the load, it will not open your query editor and all. Instead, it will directly load the data into this model. Okay. This was a second way. Okay. Then let's find out another option to connect with data is you can select XML or JSON type file also if you have a data in this type of files. Okay, if you want to get the data from PDF files, it will read. I don't have anything as of now in a PDF, but let me say, okay, what we can do, we can save anything as a PDF. I think, yes, we can do that also. So let me open this. Okay, this is a demo table I have created. I will save this as a PDF. Okay, what I will do, I will save this table as a PDF, and then we will see how we can load. And instead of this, I will say PDF. Okay, student info dot or SQL notes. That's not a table, so that's fine. So I will say student info dot PDF. So now my data is stored inside a PDF. Yes, we can load that data also into Power BI. Okay, let me close this and I would like to select this type of file. Okay, and here I will say student info. Now what it will do, it will, okay, it will read the table, right? And it read the table, or we can say scan the table, anything you can select. Okay, any, both the options will have the same. So number of pages will be there, then it will, so you can select number of pages also in this case. And if I say load, it will load the data. Okay, so this is how data will get loaded from PDF also. So now I would like to connect with another type of file. So I will go to the more and I will select XML type data. Okay. So we will see what is or how it looks XML type data. Okay. The before selecting or going to connect, what we will do, I will show you. So this is what my XML file, and this has a data in the form of XML. I will open this with Notepad. Okay. And you can see that data is there in this way, in this way, in the form of tag, like HTML code. So data is in the form of that. So I would like to load that data. So I will select the XML. So we can select the XML file and you can say open. But now data will be converted to the table. And here you can see that your data is automatically parsed to the table, right? Earlier, actual the view of file is different, but now it's in the form of table. So this is what what the beauty of Power BI query editor we can, or connectors we can, they are already configured these kinds of connectors so that you can easily read the data from any kind of file in the form of tables, right? And if you like to load the data, you can load the data. What are the different types we used? So here I used Excel file. Then here I used CSV file as a data source. Then I used, okay, what I used PDF file I used to load the data, right? And then I used XML file. Now next type of file I am going to show you. That type of file is called a JSON file. JSON file I will show you first. We will select JSON and then we will see the data how it looks. Okay. So we will select file type as a JSON. Okay, let me go to the data. And see here I have a JSON file. Okay, dot extension will be dot JSON. And you can open that file in any of the text editor. Okay, I will open with Visual Studio Code. You can use any other text editor. Okay. So here you can see that your data is stored in this format under a curly bracket, and then key and value pair data is there inside a curly bracket, again separated by comma, then next curly bracket, then next curly bracket. So this is how your data is stored, right? And I would like to read this type of data into the Power BI. Yes, that is also possible. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to worry about the data, how data is there. You will get a data in the form of table by using these connectors. So this is the beauty of Power BI. It has the ability to connect with multiple types of files, and it saves your time. Okay, you need not to convert the data, right? And you are directly getting the data, right? You are directly getting the data. You can say simply close and load. And data in the form of table, even no matter what type of data is the, what type of file is that, all the types of data we have seen, all the types of files we have seen almost, but we get a data in the form of table only, right? So this is how we can make the connections with various types of files. Now I would like to show you how we can select the file from folder. How we can select. Suppose if you want to select a single file, I will show you first how to select a single file. Then we will see how we can combine the multiple files from folder. So here, what I will do, I will select folder option, and then I will say connect. You can select any folder. Okay, you can select any folder. It will read all the folders. Okay, it will read all the folders and files from that, meaning all the files from the main folder, whatever the folder you have selected, and its subfolders files also. If I say okay, and okay, so you will see the list of files. You will see list of files, and nobody wants to get these many files seen at a time. Okay, and this is not possible. Okay, even there is no use to load these, so you can't load this. Whenever you are trying to connect with the folder, you cannot load this directly, because your folder may have different types of files and different data files, right? So if you want to select any specific file from this, what you can do, you can go to the transform data. Details of your files, you will see file name, extension, then date accessed, on which date this file was accessed last time accessed, on which date this file was modified. Okay. After that, we can say that date of created. So these are the details automatically extracted by your Power BI. Okay, and folder path. If it is a subfolder, you can see inside the download folder, we have a bank, dataset for project, and Jagtap call folder. So these are the folders already there. What you need to do, you can select any file, you can put the filter on any of the folder. If you want to put, you can. Okay, and now you will have records from or files from that. So this is how you can use these options. Okay, now I don't want to use this option. I will go by another option. What I would like to do, I would like to use the most modified file. Okay, but before that, I would like to pick the file based on the name. Yes, we can pick. What I will do, I will go to the the column called name. I will click on that. Then we have a text filter. So these are the kinds of filters you can apply. Okay, if you want to content, I will select content. Okay, anything you can select equals to and all, and here I will enter the value content bank. Okay, whatever the file name contains the bank word, it should give me. Okay, so it do not found, I think those kinds of, yes, banks are there. Okay, let me say begins with and bank. Okay, so this is how I selected a file name started with bank, but I have a couple of files. Now I would like to select the most modified file. Okay, or latest file. So what you can do, you can go to the modified date modified. Here on the date modified, you can sort in descending order, so that you will get a latest file on top. Okay, now I don't want all these files to be used, right? I want only first files. What you can do, you can use Power Query Editor option. Here you have an option to keep top rows. Okay, in keep rows, you have a top option. So you can select this. I will say one. I want only one file. So this is how you can select, or any other column you can use based on the requirement. You can use path, date modified, date accessed. Okay, as per the requirement, and then you are supposed to click on this. Okay, this option, this double downward arrow, this is going to get the files, or this is going to read the files from your folder once your file selection is done. Once your file selection is done. Okay, if you want to change anything, you can change. What you can do, you can go for this file origin. Then if you want to change this delimiter for this, since this is a CSV, it is showing comma as a delimiter. If you want to detect the data type on the basis of entire data sets, it will detect. Okay, no matter if you want to select it, detect the data type based on first 200 rows, or if you can say do not detect, okay, as per your wish. And let me say okay, it will do some automatic transformation based on our selection. It will automatically detect the data and load the file, right? Load the file. So this is how it loaded the file. These are the steps automatically added, means transformation happens. Okay, some transformation happens from the Power BI end, and you can simply say close and apply. So this is how you need to load the single file from folder. Okay. What if you wants to load the multiple files? Yes, you can load multiple files. So what was this? So I will say single file from folder. Now we are going to load multiple files. Okay. How to load and combine multiple files, that I will show you. Just go and open more options to connect. Okay, it will open this. You can select folder as we have selected now. There may be a folder on into which you may have multiple files. Okay, multiple files for the same table, right? So I will say course data analysis, then I will go to, okay, instead of this, I should go to this, and inside this, there is a project data and actual spend. Okay, so this folder I'm going to select. This folder has few files. You will see how this works. Okay, and I will say spend data for 16, 17, 18, 19, year-wise data, year-wise files are there, year-wise data is there, right? So this is how I have files. And what I can do, I can simply, since I don't want to make any changes to this number of files selected, I can directly select combine. Okay, because I am sure all these files contains the same number of columns, same order of columns, same type of each column, same data type of each column. So this, there will not be any problem to combine these files. Okay. Still, if you want to remove the any specific file, you can select transform data, and we have seen that how this works. But instead of combining, suppose if you want to load this table as your data, you can load. If you want to combine the data, combine these files data, you can say combine. I'm going to combine. I will say combine. Okay, we can do combine from here also. Earlier, we have seen for a single file, we clicked on double download arrow. That is the one of the way to combine. So I will say combine from here, and combine and transform, it says combine and load. So I will say combine and load because I don't want to make any transformation. Okay, so this is how it will read combine, and each of my file has sheet name called sheet name. Okay, and these are the columns. These are the columns in my file. So you can see preview, you can simply say okay, and your data from these files will get loaded into this file. into this file. So these many files are loaded. Okay, you can see that it is now loading for FY 16, 17. Once that file get loaded, it will load the data for next file. Okay, since file sizes are heavy, it is taking a time. Okay, we have one more file. File size of this data set is very heavy, near about 100 MB. So that's why it is loading in this way. And my data will be loaded as an actual spend. Okay, so this is how it works. So these are the many options to connect. Okay, and I will say multiple files with multiple files folder. Okay, so folder. So these are the ways to connect with files or files from folder by using Power BI Desktop. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Do not forget to subscribe web chat.